welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of meditation whilst trading. So it's funny because I literally just finished my own meditation today and I got the idea to do this video. And when you really think about meditation and why it aligns with trading, they literally go hand in hand, right? Mindfulness and trading are two opposite sides of the spectrum. One balances and harmonizes our mind and emotions, and the other one has the ability to knock us completely off balance. So when we put them together, things begin to really make a difference. So from my own experience, I've been meditating for over a decade now and trading around the same time as well. So when I understood the value that meditation brings into trading and how it allows our mind to just work on a completely different level, everything slowly began to change, right? Because when you really think about what meditation actually does to our mind, it's surreal. Whenever we have any sort of trouble, whenever we have any sort of doubts, any fear, any inconsistencies, any emotions that cloud our judgment and remove the mental clarity, it's usually because of external things that are happening in our life that we actually bring into our trading experience. Because the market cannot make you feel upset. Only we can make us feel upset, agitated, frustrated, and so on. It appears that the market would, by stopping us out, make us feel a certain way, right? But when you really understand the intricacies of everything, it's only us who can make us feel a certain way. So when the market stops us out, the immediate reaction is, oh my God, I've lost money, right? Then the secondary emotion is, right, well, I need to do something about this. I need to either revenge trade or I need to get into another pair. I need to make this money back, and so on and so on. So how meditation is actually able to help us during our trading experience is to remove the chatter mentally. Because when you think about the reality of the mind, we have about 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day, Joe Dispenza said, after doing 8,500 brain scans. And what meditation is able to do is to remove that chatter, right? So whenever we remove that little noise that's telling us to get into the trade, or maybe you should do this, maybe you should over risk, or maybe you shouldn't trade today, maybe you should take more trades. This little voice, the volume, gets turned down significantly when we meditate, right? The second thing is, when our mind is clear, our emotions are less likely to interfere with our trading. This is what I've noticed the most when I've been trading and my mind is completely clear. I don't care about anything from the past. I don't care about anything from the future. I don't even think about twice about making money from the market. I am simply aware of what I am doing in the moment, and I'm completely okay with taking a loss or taking a win. That's the mindset you want to be able to approach every single trading day, because like I said at the beginning of the video, trading has the ability, or the market, shall we say, has the ability to knock us completely off balance. So when we are knocked completely off balance, what happens to our mind, right? We become less clear. Our decision making becomes off balance as well. We start to make errors, rookie mistakes, and then we start to get into the same cycles over and over again, eternally. When we add meditation, and I'm not saying just sitting here for half an hour, doing absolutely nothing, trying to remove thoughts or trying not to think. That's not what meditation is about. Meditation is simply about becoming aware, becoming familiar with what is present within us. So for me personally, I like to listen to guided meditation, specifically a guy called Alan Watts. So Alan Watts basically talks about that the easiest way to get into the meditative state is to simply become aware of everything that is happening within us. So any thoughts, any emotions, any ideas that we may have, and just to simply understand, okay, that is there. I'm thinking about this, thinking about that, and not going into it, but just observing it, as if you're sat there within your own mind on the back seat of the cinema, observing the show. And the key is to not judge whatever is there, is to not label, is to not attach yourself, is to not chase after the thoughts and the ideas that come in the mind. Because the moment we do, that's when we become in illusion, because we think that we are that thing. We're thinking that we are the loss. We are thinking that we are the win, and then fantasizing about all these different ideas about what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, right? And there's nothing wrong with fantasizing and imagining. Of course, we have a mind, we can visualize. But the key is to really understand that it's our thinking that gets in the way, which makes us feel a certain way, because our thoughts determine our feelings, right? And then eventually determine our actions, our behaviors, and create patterns and habits. So we want to be really present and aware of the thoughts that are constantly circling our mind. Because if we're not aware of the thoughts, then what will happen is we'll jump onto the charts unprepared, with the mind not in the right place, and then we'll make rookie errors. This is what kept on happening to me for such a long period of time. And that's why I was literally going insane, because I wasn't preparing my mind thoroughly. I'd prepare on the charts, I would mark everything up, but I wasn't preparing my mind. And that was the cognitive dissonance, because if your mind is not in the right place, how can you possibly trade? And that was the mistake I was making. I didn't have a mentor, I didn't have anyone to tell me this thing. I had to figure all of this stuff out by myself. And when I figured it out, that's when things really started to change, because I really started to value the mindfulness over the trading. I wanted to make sure that if I am going to trade today, I want to be in the best mind state I can possibly be to attack those markets. Because if I'm not, well, I'll make the same mistakes and I'll just get back in the same cycles, and I'll just keep repeating the same thoughts over and over again, which will literally recreate the same reality, right? So the point of this entire video is to help you to understand that mindfulness, so meditation, yoga, breath work, walking in nature, allows us to get into a state of consciousness, a state of awareness, where we are detached from thought, we are detached from emotion. And this allows us to be an observer, and it allows us to become the best trader we can possibly be, because we don't look at anything in a way where this has to happen. Oh no, if this doesn't happen, then this will happen. You don't have any bias. You look at things objectively. There is no judgment, there is no attachment, there is no resistance to any outcome. You're simply observing the market from a present standpoint and allowing whatever comes up, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And if it resonates with what you're noticing in the market, then you execute and you take action. You don't need to think too much, because you should have already practiced enough times to be able to just act without hesitation. This is basically why meditation is such a powerful tool, because it just removes everything that doesn't need to be there, and it creates crystal clear clarity for us to attack those markets. So this is just basically what's come up in my mind whilst I was meditating myself, and I was trying to kind of really pinpoint exactly what it is about meditation, about mindfulness, that actually allows us to become better traders overall. And this isn't just about trading, but when we meditate, we become a better parent, we become a better teacher, we become a better student, we're able to work more efficiently, because we're not just constantly getting caught up with this thought and that thought. Oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. You're just aware of the thoughts, and you understand that thoughts are just thoughts. We live in a world where thinking is one of the main causes of suffering. Because if we identify with a thought, for example, I'm not worthy enough, I am not good enough, I don't believe I can do this, then that's obviously going to be our reality. But when we meditate and we create space mentally between the thoughts and we just feel actually at peace, then we don't care about those little thoughts because the volume of them has been turned down so significantly that we're literally not even paying attention to it. And this allows you to become the best trader you can possibly be. So I hope that what we've shared here today has brought you any sort of value, and go and try it. That's my solution. Go and try it for yourself, right? No one has ever, I don't know anyone personally who's ever regretted meditating, right? Because the only thing that meditation has helped them to realize is the truth of what actually is. Not any illusions, not any false identifications. It allows us to just be a better version of ourselves, a more conscious, more present, more aware, more efficient version of ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.